friends. All right, today we're going to work on punting with a little bit more accuracy. So what you'll need, I'm going to be punting with a football. You can also punt with a soccer ball if you would like to rather do that, but I'm going to be using a football. And you're going to need a pretty long rope or measuring tape, and then another piece of rope that you can use to measure another distance as well. So just 2 longer pieces of rope and a football. Alright, so I have run a rope from one corner of my yard all the way down to the other corner, and you want to try to keep it as straight as possible. And I'm going to punt from this end, and when I punt, I'm trying to keep the ball as close to the middle of this line as possible. And I will show you what happens in a minute if you don't get it exactly where the line is, but when you punt it, you either need to really pay attention to where it lands or get someone else to mark where it lands. And then I will show you what happens once you mark the landing of the punt. All right, so I'm going to punt the football from the beginning of the line. And if it doesn't hit the line, then I'm going to mark exactly where it lands. And then I will show you what happens after you mark the landing of the ball. Alright, so I punted from down there and the ball landed right here in this spot right here. Now the line is right there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my extra piece of rope and I'm going to measure the distance from that spot to the middle of the rope. Alright, so from this spot towards the middle, this straight line right here, that is how much I have to subtract from my total score. So all I have to do is I have to pick the rope up and then just bring it back to the middle, and as opposed to it being right here, my final distance is actually back here. So that's why you trying to get it as close to the middle as you can, because you have to subtract any distance that you have that is away from the rope. So I'm going to try it a couple more times and I'm going to show you. I'm going to subtract my distance every time if I don't get it exactly in the middle. Alright, so you saw me punt it 3 times, and I marked each time with a stick. So we'll see if I showed some improvement. Alright, so starting from back there and punting and then subtracting every time that I didn't get it exactly to the middle. This was my first one. This is the stick that marks the first time that I did it. The second time I did it, I was able to get it pretty far. So I did it all the way down here, almost close to the end. And then the third time I got it a little bit more towards the middle. So every time you do it, just mark where you're able to do it and see if you can improve your accuracy. All right, I hope this is a good game. I hope y'all have a good day.